Hi, this is Cindy from Engineered Efficiency, and I'm going to talk about deleting and purging layers for AutoCAD 2014. I have the George drawing open, and it would be a good idea to have this drawing open in order to be able to follow along with this exercise. In order to delete a layer, we need to open the Layer Properties Manager, and we can do that by typing the word layer in the command line and hitting enter, or by selecting the Layer Properties box up here on the Home tab and the Layers panel, upper left hand icon, Layer Properties. So either one of those things will open our Layer Properties box. Now there are several different kinds of layers that cannot be deleted from the AutoCAD workspace. One is the current layer, so the layer that you're currently on. You cannot delete the 0 layer. You cannot delete layers that are locked, so that's a good idea for locking layers if you don't want them to accidentally be deleted. You cannot delete X-reference dependent layers, so if you have an X-reference that's on that layer and it's active, you cannot delete that layer. And you cannot delete any layers that have any objects on them. So for example, if I were to take this layer called LEV Detail, and there's several different ways that I can go about deleting it. So I can right click and I can select Delete Layer from the list up towards the top here, or I can highlight it, and up on the top of my screen there's a red X that indicates that that is Delete Layer. And if I select that, it says that the selected layer was not deleted, and here's why. It gives you a list of reasons, of things that cannot be deleted in the AutoCAD space, including all the ones I just listed, and layers containing objects. However, we have another layer on here, and this layer is called Delete Me! Exclamation point. And so if I highlight that one and I select my red X, it's going to delete that layer for us because I don't have any objects on that layer. And I'm just going to undo this because I want this layer to come back, so I'm going to go Control Z so that I can undo that command that just happened. And you can see that my delete me layer came back. So purging is a little bit different. Purging allows you to, in your drawing, removing any unused items. So blocks, layers, things like that that you may have put in the drawing before but you're no longer using, so they're not in model space anymore. Could be layers that you created that you're no longer using. And the command for that is purge. So I'm going to close the Layer Properties Manager, and down in the command line I'm going to type purge, P-U-R-G-E, and then enter. And it's going to bring up a list of items that I can purge, and you'll notice that under blocks, if I hit the plus sign next to that, it's going to list a whole bunch of blocks that I'm no longer using. And if I go down to layers and I hit the plus sign there, you can see our Delete Me layer is there, as well as several other layers that it's currently telling me that I don't have any objects on that layer. Again, it's not going to allow you to delete a layer that has objects on it. So you never have to worry about deleting a layer and then accidentally deleting a bunch of objects that were on that layer. So I could say purge all in this case. So if I were to say purge all, and it's going to ask you, it can go through the items individually, so purge this item, or you can say purge all items. Now sometimes you have to then say purge a second time, because let's say, for example, I've purged a block the first time that was on a layer. Well, it's not going to let me purge that layer until that block has been removed. So when I purge that block, then the second time through, it's going to allow me to also purge the layer. Purging your drawing periodically will help with the size of your drawing, as well as if you have, just extra stuff kind of hanging out in space, and that allows you to not have those elements hanging out in space. And that is deleting and purging layers. Thank you.